Jason. Come here.
Hi.
Dis bonjour.
Bonjour.
Chasing. Chasing. Chasing Jason. Chasing. Chasing Jason.
Uncle.
Okay, Uncle.
Yucky. Yucky. Kaka. And then
Okay, I'll put it on for you. Hi everyone, welcome back to Chasing Jason. Today's video is going to be on how I potty train Jason before the age of 2. He actually is not 2 yet. He has a birthday coming up next month and he is fully potty trained. He's doing both number 1 and number 2 in his potty, and I could not be more proud of him. So I'm just going to share with you what I have done to make this successful and as stress-free of a process as possible, and hopefully you'll be able to pick up a few tips. Do you think they're ready? How old is your child? When should you start potty training? These are all factors that you of course want to consider, but for me, I wanted to potty train Jason before he turned 2. There's no rhyme or reason behind it specifically, but I just wanted to get him prepared, and also I felt like he was ready. So the very first thing you want to do is stop. Get rid of those expectations that you're going to potty train your child in 3 days, okay? It may very well be that you are able to potty train them in 3 days, but don't set yourself up for that stress, that mental stress of, I am going to do this in 3 days, because all you're going to do is stress yourself out and stress your child out. Imagine being a child peeing and pooping in a diaper from the time they were born, and you're expecting them to get it by 3 days? So just get rid of that expectation. 2, you want to make sure that you have prepared yourself with everything that you will need. So initially, we just got a little seat to put on our toilet for Jason, because he would see us going and he would, you know, he's a kid and he wants to do everything that we're doing. So we thought that just by placing one of these seats on the toilet would work for him, but essentially it did not work that way. Every time we would place him on this, he would cry. So this did not work very well for us. So you want to, I guess, make sure that you have options, but if I could do it all over again, I wouldn't have purchased this to begin with. I would have just gone straight to an actual potty toilet. This is what we use to potty train Jason. It makes him feel like he's a big boy. He's got his own toilet that flushes, so it just makes it more fun for the child. So you want to make sure that, one, you have your method that you're going to use, and also you want to make sure that you have something for them to do as they're sitting on the toilet. Like, you don't want to just sit your child on the toilet and expect for them to relieve themselves, right? So you want to make sure, whether you give them a tablet so that they're watching their shows, something to kind of keep them entertained, because when you first start, they're going to be on the toilet for a while. Like, I would sit with Jason for like 30 minutes at a time and nothing would happen, because he hadn't grasped the concept yet of, okay, I'm sitting on the toilet, I have to pee, let me pee. No. So you want to make sure that you're prepared for long stretches on the toilet. Also, that they're gonna want to keep getting up, you know, so you want to make sure that you've got them entertained somehow. Jason loves books, so we do both. I give him a phone, sometimes I give him a tablet, other times I give him his favorite book. But I wanted to share with you guys this book that I found on Amazon. This was really cute. Initially, I bought it because he's into trucks right now, and this had all the trucks on it, and I knew that this would capture his attention. However, on the inside of the book, I want to make this clear, there aren't any trucks. It's just pictures of kids pottying and just, you know, just pictures. So if you're purchasing this for a truck lover, don't buy it for that reason. But Jason did enjoy this book, because as he's sitting, I'm showing him, I'm like, whoa, look at this kid. He's a big boy like you, and he's sitting and he's wearing his big boy underwear. And so this was really enjoyable for him to see. Every time now when he goes to the bathroom, he will pick up his book and he'll sit and then he'll go through it and he'll relieve himself. Now, you want to make sure that you have, whether you've decided that you're going to still use pull-ups or if you're going to transition them into underwear. So I found these cute little underwears on Amazon. They're really cute. Now, If I had known better, I probably would not have purchased these first, because these are just like regular little underwear. These are fun and they're cute, but I would probably recommend starting out with something like this. These have little characters. You want to find something that your child is going to enjoy wearing, that they're going to want to wear, so that it enhances the experience for them, right? So, but these in particular I really love because they have like a little padding. I don't know if you can see, but this padding is not meant to hold a large amount of pee, obviously. It's just enough, like if they have a little bit of an accident or you don't make it to the bathroom in time, right? So I really love these, and Jason really loves these because he's really into Elmo and Cookie Monster, and so he really enjoys these. These for me were just like really super cute, but they're just regular cloth material. They don't have the padding, so I would probably get these later, but I would get something with padding initially to start with. Okay, so after making sure that you have everything that you need for this process, you want to make sure that you are consistent. So if you are trying this on your days off from work, you want to make sure that you're devoting actually a full day of just kind of like making sure you're in the house, not necessarily having anything planned or anything important to do, because you are going to want to keep watching for those cues that your child has to go to the bathroom. So what I did was make sure that I was giving Jason a lot of water. I was drinking a lot of water. So every time I went to the bathroom, I took him to the bathroom, keeping myself hydrated, keeping him hydrated, and we were just going to the bathroom all day, every day. And then I would watch for those cues. So he has this thing where he like starts to like cross his legs. So that's another thing. When I see him doing that, I'm like, uh-oh, it's time to go. And then we do our song and we go to the bathroom. You want to make sure that you are maybe that you have the potty close by. Like I started by keeping his potty in the bathroom. But then I moved it to the living room because we were spending a lot of time there playing, hanging out, and so it was quicker to get him to the bathroom that way. So you just want to determine what is the best place to keep, or what area of your house you want to utilize to potty train your child. I would recommend doing this whether it's on your days off, or if you're a stay-at-home mom, then great, because that'll work perfect. And make sure too, if you have the opportunity, that you have help, so that you have someone else taking them. So for instance, when his dad takes him to the bathroom, it's a completely different process. He does something different, so he keeps him a little bit more engaged for the process. So ultimately it took us about, I would say I had him potty trained in 3 weeks, and this is saying fully potty trained. Now he was peeing, and we had that down within the first week or so, and then I would say by 2 weeks he was fully kind of like saying, oh, pee, and he was letting us know that he needed to go. But pooping was really hard for him. He is a constipated child, and so it would, he had to like run around. He's one of those kids that kind of like has to run around and kind of like get it out of his system. So I knew that number 2 would be a little bit more difficult for us, but he has surprised us, and he is doing both number 1, number 2. And again, I am saying that this process from beginning to end was about 3 weeks. And that was less stress for me because I was not placing these like really unrealistic expectations on my son and myself. And again, not to say that these are not attainable. Like, you can potty train your kid in 3 days if you really all days just sit down and all you're doing is watching them, waiting for those cues. It is possible, but that wasn't very realistic for me because it stressed me out. And you have to allow yourself like, a little area for error. So don't stress yourself out. I would say if you are thinking about potty training, don't just start right when you're ready. I would start maybe before, like just kind of like sitting them down, introducing them to the concept, but yet not expecting them to start going by themselves. So that would be my biggest tip. If you are thinking about starting potty training, or if you want to have them potty trained by a certain age, so for instance, if you want to have them potty trained by 2, I would say start at 22 months, and allow yourself a little bit of time. Make it a routine for them, and not just like a task, a chore, because then you might get a little pushback, then they might be unhappy, then they're crying as soon as you sit them on the toilet, they're crying. That's not what you want, right? So I would say just start before you're ready to start. Yes, start before you're ready to start. And you'll be good. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. Also, I'm interested to know, what did you do to potty train your child? What was your process like? And thank you so much for sticking around. I love you guys. Excavator. School bus. Uh-huh. Wagon. Go, go, go. Okay. Okay. Okay, Shita. Upete. Good job. High five. Give a high five.